I got scars on my body.
And I have gospel.
No, but you got tattoos. You took it the wrong way.
No, you have the scars and I got the gospel.
I have the scars. You know I got the scars?
You have?
You got the scars?
You do?
You want to?
Let me see.
No, I'll show you.
Whoa.
I'll show you my.
No, don't. No. Loco, pero nos cortaron la luz, fue.
¿Qué tú tienes? ¿Los hazard lights on nada más? ¿Tú
Pero
no estamos en tiempo huracán o algo?
¿Pero y qué fue lo que pasó, viejo?
Papi, el estudio... ¿Pagaste el bill del mes?
Loco, ¿y qué mes que estamos ahora?
En noviembre, tío.
Ay, yo no lo pagué, loco.
Bueno, relajando en serio.
Loco, yo... What? Like,
bueno.
well,
hey.
I mean, I guess, like... Yeah, I don't know. Like, if you can recognize where I'm at, this is Gio.
Easy, man.
Embuste.
¿Cómo que embuste?
¿Cómo se dice?
DA.
No, di así, porque di con tu boca. Lights on.
Amazon. O Alexa.
No.
Lights on.
No, aquí usamos Google.
Oh, usamos Google.
Yeah.
Google. Lights on. ¡Hey! What's happening?
¡Mi gente!
Y se dijo, se la luz.
Oh, papá, ¿viste?
Y fue la luz.
Y fue la luz, loco.
Eso
fue que...
Es una prédica.
Eso fue que pagaron el bill ahora.
Duque entró por ahí. No, ya mismo yo iba a hacer.
Mira, hay que ponerlo así que...
Dale, vamos a ver.
No.
A ver.
¿Tú crees?
Vamos a ver. Yo siento la gloria de mi padre.
Dale.
A ver. ¡Huepa!
¡Oh, loco! ¿Y qué
¡Huepa! Es la opción
Dios,
que está cargando,
papá,
¿no?
aquí hay uno.
Es la opción.
Aquí hay...
Y dijo, sea la luz.
Dígalo.
Y dijo, sea la luz. Y fue la luz, papá.
No, pero no juguemos con eso, loco. Que nos cae un rayo aquí.
No, eso...
Chacho,
estamos
no.
votando, we're quoting Bible.
No, that's true.
Quoting Bible.
So what's up, man?
Is everything good, man? How about you?
I'm here, though.
You here?
Yeah.
I'm back. I'm back in blue.
I mean, I'm back and I think looking better, though.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Looking better?
Yeah, feeling the Christmas spirit, if
yeah?
you know what I'm saying.
Well, I'm feeling the coffee bean and espresso spirit, so I'm not sure what's going on there. You're watching Netflix and watching Santa Claus and stuff with your kids, okay?
Yeah, that's the first scene that I grabbed.
This guy's like, hey, I want to match your socks.
I mean, this man came
and
in.
he pulls this out of his car.
Like, this man came in here like with like nice socks and stuff like that, like showing off.
What was that doing in your car, bro?
What, this?
Yeah, what was that doing in your car? Why'd you have that in your trunk?
You never know, bro. You never know.
Come to the studio with just random socks?
I mean, you never know, dude. Like, you never know when you have to like play like Santa in the middle of the streets and get some money.
I thought that was just Christmas in July.
I mean, it's October, so.
You trying to combat Halloween is that's what it is?
I didn't want to say that, but.
No, it's fine, bro. Just,
you know.
I understand.
Because I do understand that, like.
Yo sé que tú eres rabacuco y vaina.
Hey, no te metas conmigo que yo estoy sintiendo la gloria de Dios. Siento la gloria del Father.
Pero relajando family, what's happening?
¿Qué lo que, mi gente? I don't know. I have to change that ¿qué lo que, bro? I don't like it.
¿De qué lo que?
Yeah.
I mean,
I think I like.
It's your roots.
Yeah, but I don't.
It's too street.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's a Christian show, bro.
Yeah, it is.
You know? Compórtate.
I'm sorry, man.
Sky, man, I'm going to have to get a new co-host or something.
I get what?
Co-host.
Oh, porque yo no soy cojo. Yo me estoy cojeando, sí, pero yo estoy pensando que tú me estás bullying a mí que I need to get a new cojo.
No.
I'm like, loco. Like, tampoco así.
No, co-host.
Okay.
I talk too fast sometimes.
Un co-host.
Un co-host.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm mentoring somebody so we can get them on the
there
show.
you go, bro. There you go.
Yeah.
But are you doing it like just because you watched the last episode and you kind of like felt like, you know, I have to do it, or you just like, you know, writing down like numbers? Oh, you know, like this is my mentee, like 253.
Not quite. I was really. Do I say it on the show? I was thinking about replacing you.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Well,
when you told me you were gonna wear those socks on the show,
I mean,
I don't know what to say. I thought I told.
You see, I don't know if you really want to let me go, though.
I mean, you signed the paperwork last week, and I told you about how you dress as part of the mentorship.
Oh, that,
and I told you that I was gonna wear long socks, but that's not what I was talking about.
I mean,
that's
yo,
just not
like
it.
my
It's
people,
just
go
not
ahead
it.
and vote. Go ahead and vote. Like, look at that. 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 Go ahead and vote. And you pick. Go ahead.
You
Go ahead. And you pick. We cannot even like lift up our legs. Like,
I got Vans. You got Jesus 7s.
Papi, we have
What?
we have to become more like Jesus.
Yo estoy en el 21 siglo y tú estás
And,
en BC 31.
hey, we have.
Oh, we're not doing a skit today, bro.
So I start with my fee.
You're literally everything that we did in our mentorship class. You threw it out the window. Look, today I came without a hat. You came.
It's just that I feel like you.
Bro, la Biblia, Pablo dijo, sé imitadores de mí como yo soy de Cristo. Y tú no me estás imitando, tú me estás ignorando.
Óyeme, llévame suave, bro. Pablo.
Es que ya son 2 meses.
Pero Pablo le predicaba a la iglesia. Él le escribió a la iglesia.
¿Y a quién le estoy hablando?
A un inconverso. So you cannot preach. You cannot preach to non-Christian people like Pablo. You cannot do that.
You're not Christian?
No, I'm saying like, I'm just saying, I don't know. You brought it up and I'm like, it's just, I heard a lot of people, preaching to the church about like Peter and stuff like that and all that. And he's just like, no, dude, like, no.
That's like I said, Paul says the scars of the gospel. I got scars on my body.
And I have gospel.
No, but you got tattoos. You took it the wrong way.
No, you have the scars and I got the gospel.
I have the scars. You know I got the scars?
You have?
I got the scars?
You do?
You want to?
Let me see.
No, I'll show you.
Whoa.
I'll show you my.
No, don't. No, bro. Like,
That's on my back, bro.
I mean, we can record that later for Patreon and just explicit like content.
Exclusive.
Just for your mentees.
Yeah. No, but it's crazy how Paul says that, right? He says, I carry the scars.
I mean, dude, like, yeah.
Como quien dice, I'm living it. Lo estoy comprobando. Te lo puedo comprobar.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. Well, we're talking about mentorship, right?
Yeah.
And last week we had a cut because
Se nos fue la luz.
Yeah, se nos fue la luz y the studio guy was like, hey, I got another session in 10 minutes.
Casi nos pasa como le pasó a la gente esa de que te cacha y le entró a trompa para allá.
Oh, sí, yeah, because,
Estaban tocando la puerta aquí en el estudio. No, yo dijimos, no, te cacha y está en el otro, en el al lado.
No, y después le cayó encima.
No, chacho.
But we were talking about mentorship, and we were talking about how people misuse it, misrepresent it. They misinterpret what mentorship is. And I love it because Andre commented on the show, and he was talking about discipleship. He was talking about having that interaction.
Yeah.
And that one-on-one discipleship where people can teach people and stuff like that. And I found it interesting because me and you, before we even thought about doing the mentorship show, the first episode, you were talking to me about leadership, pastoralship, la convivencia de un líder, un ministro, con sus discípulos, con la gente que they take under their wing to show ministry. Because I think a lot of times, and I believe with what we see on TV, what we see on Enlace, what we see on TBN, what we see on the sound bites and the sound clips.
Who sees those channels anymore?
Bro, tu padre lo ve.
No, I know my mom has like,
no lo ofende, papi. Ellos son uno de los
I know, but I'm just saying.
De los más leales.
That's true. That's true.
Muerte,
so que oh man.
O sea que people, they see what they see.
Yeah.
Is what they believe the gospel has turned into.
I mean, yeah.
And so You know, you made a comment last week about how you could see people and you could receive from them.
Yeah.
But to Andre's point, which I can see where he's coming from, right? And when we talk about mentorship y la convivencia,
Yeah.
it's not the same watching the perfect soundbite to seeing the ins and outs and seeing the walk, el precio, el vituperio, el sufrimiento.
I mean, I can see that.
A true leader and a true minister goes through.
I can see that. Now, what I referred last week about that you can actually be mentored by somebody that you follow, that you watch.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like I do, and I'm not disregarding like by any chance, any point, like what Andrew said. Like I'm actually like pro that. Like you have to spend time.
You told me.
Yeah,
you told me that doesn't happen anymore.
Oh well, yeah, I know. Like and literally, like I think it was like what today's like a few days back. I was talking to another pastor, another youth pastor, and we were having a conversation. And then another guy came in that he's actually like recently just got into ministry. And we talking. No. Well, yeah. Yeah, no. So listen, so we having a conversation and I dropped the bomb. Right? And I asked them, you know, why you guys feel about, you know, what's your thought about mentorship? And they all look at me, like both of them, like kind of like saying like, do you really want to talk about it? And I was like, yeah, I'm very curious. Like I'm interested in see, you know, what you have in your heart, what do you believe, like what your thoughts are, you know? And then they all agree on the fact that it gets to a point that it's like when they got higher, it's like, oh, these are the kids. This is the place that you have to be. Go on. And, you know, some of them, you know, have one meeting every week. And then that's all the conversation, you know, that you get to have with your head pastor.
Meet me at Foxdale.
You know what I'm saying? And then the other one, he was kind of like, you know, I rarely see my leader. You know, it's like they just email me what I have to do, my assignments, and that's it.
Read this.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and this is the thing, like, because I was talking to my wife, and she kind of like brought it up and said like, hey, look at it this way. In the position that you are, what do you think? Like that the pastor didn't believe in you, didn't trust in you, to trust in you, like the lives of these kids. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's true. You know, if he wouldn't trust me and he wouldn't believe me, he wouldn't like allow me to like pastor these kids. Right. So that's one, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I know that they see something, right? Because I remember last time I said like, you know, they might say that they see something in you, but it's not true. It's just because they want the numbers, they want to have like you know.
There's people that make it a business,
right,
a business out of it, or
right,
statistic or whatever, you know.
But imagine we in ministry, and you know how it is. You know, you give your life to ministry.
All right.
You're dealing with like situations, you know, with kids. You know, we mentoring other kids, right? We have to like literally like I feel like the worst ministry, like, you know, not in a bad way, but people think, or people like Chase that we were saying, like ministry. Oh yeah, I want to be this. I want to be full time on this, but they don't realize that, dude, at the end of the day, you taking home every little thing that these kids told you, every little situation, every little pain that they going through. You take it with you home,
right?
And then you have to deal with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we in a position that like, you know, we can carry those things, help them, you know, on like, you know, download all that, and then we take it and we upload it to God, right? But in that process, you know, it gets to a point that it's just like, dude, I need somebody as well that I can do the same thing that these kids are doing with me. You know what I'm saying? And it happens that like, you know, like the people that I ask, that you know, that are actually in ministry, they lacking on that. They missing that. And it is true. It gets to a point that you have to figure out, you know, you come up with the ideas, you come up with the plans, you make it happen.
Yeah.
But
Well, I mean, you got to work, right? It's work. It's not.
but then but
not
yeah,
possible.
but you see, that's the thing, and that's one of the things that I told them is like, this is the different. I feel like in America, mostly, the church has become commercialized in that aspect. So it's like now we hiring people.
Yeah.
We don't develop people and call them.
Yeah. Well, when I say work, I mean as far as you've got to invest in what you're doing.
Oh, well, I
You
mean,
know what I mean, in the sense of even your spiritual life.
I mean, yeah,
Right? It takes work to be a good speaker, to
Yeah.
prepare messages, to prepare sermons. Right? There's work that goes into that.
yeah.
El obrero es digno de su salario. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, no. On
but
that one, yeah.
I know what you're saying in the sense of now, then a person's no longer my pastor. They're my boss. If
Well,
if you're a staff member or whatever the case may be.
I mean, yeah.
People look at it that way. But that's kind of what I was talking about in the beginning about how what people have grown to see on TV is, you look at some of these big churches, they're major places of employment.
Yeah.
They hire pastors, they hire leaders, they hire musicians, they hire deacons, ushers,
And then at the end, it's just
janitors,
that. Is a job.
Yeah.
So you don't get to experience,
right.
True church.
It's not as wholesome as what it used to be.
Right. Because I do remember, though.
Yeah.
Like me growing up and have my the head pastor,
Right.
like meeting up with me, like, calling me, like, hey, like, what are you doing? Like, let's meet up.
Right.
Like, do you have any classes in the
Come to
afternoon?
my house, ven pa mi casa.
Yeah. And all the time I was like hanging out with them.
O haciendo visita, trabajo personal.
Yeah.
Algo que se ha perdido, something that's been lost.
Dude, I'm telling you, like, I give it up to them on that one. Yeah, I wasn't a good, like steward of that. Like, I didn't appreciate that. But like, dude, they even send me to Puerto Rico to like shadow
Puerto Rico.
to Puerto Rico.
I love the people of Puerto Rico.
I love the people.
The way you said.
To Puerto Rico.
I love the people of Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico. I mean, you have to.
I do love them. It's my people.
Right, they're your people. Absolutely.
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico. So they, what I'm saying, like, it was part of my development.
Yeah.
They send me to a pastor's house to shadow him and work under him, and in that moment, I felt like that's the gospel.
Well, that's
what I'm
biblical.
saying?
That's what you see Paul do with Timothy. That's what you see Paul do with all these other ministers.
Yeah.
Él escribía carta. These were his disciples.
Exactly.
These were people that were under his wing.
Yeah.
Right? While he was out and about, but he was overseeing.
Oh yeah.
Él visitaba. Él corregía.
Yeah.
Él escribía. There was always contact.
Mm-hmm.
There was always convivencia. And then on top of that, whatever he was going through, they knew about it.
Exactly.
And not only were they knowing about it, they were praying about it, and they were supporting y aportando to his mission and his call.
Because, I mean, at the end of the day, if I'm trying to develop you and teach you and get you to the point that you can replace me in a sense, right? Because obviously we like in the same place. But like how beautiful it is, like, or let me not phrase it that way because I wasn't going that way. But imagine like if I'm developing you, but I give you the tools and I don't tell you how to use them, eventually you're gonna figure out like how many fingers you're gonna cut yourself.
Right.
And yeah, you have to learn by your own experiences and stuff like that. But it's not the same that I tell you like, hey, this is the tools. When I went through this situation, this is what I use.
Yeah.
When I went through that situation, that one right there, that's the one that I use. Right. Now you have an idea.
Right.
Yeah, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to cut yourself. Right. But now I have a base.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Jesus did that.
Well, I mean, you have a lot of ministers and leaders that, you know, they go into leadership or they go into ministry. And let's say the first moment comes where there's a person that needs liberation.
Mm-hmm.
They've never dealt with that.
You imagine?
They don't even know how to to pray for liberation, or even face it. Why? Because they never had that person.
Yeah.
That was like, mira, ven conmigo. Vamos a hacerle trabajo. Vamos a ir a esta persona. Vamos a entrarle a esta necesidad.
Exacto.
You know, and entonces ahí, pues, be present, ser testigo.
Yeah.
Right. There was something that there was a pastor that was on a podcast that he was saying. He was like, a lot of people want to cry and complain and say that God doesn't do miracles anymore. Well, it's not that God is not doing miracles anymore. The problem is if God's going to do miracles, es para que la gente ¿qué? Talk about it.
Yeah.
Lo testifica. If you're not going to talk about it, why would God do a miracle that you're not going to go and say?
Yeah.
It's like when Jesus would do miracles and he would go, hey, go and
no
diga
yeah.
nada,
Yeah,
no
like,
diga nada.
don't follow me. Go back.
What was he saying literally? Con decirle a ellos no diga nada, what he's saying is, yo sé que lo van a regar.
Yeah, like go and tell what happened right now.
Right, because they feel like this is a secret that they can't hold in.
Mm-hmm.
And as a church body, as people of God, si queremos un mover, tenemos que ser dispuestos en compartirlo.
Oh, yeah.
Because si ahora es el evangelio, atendemos la iglesia y al vecino ni le predicamos,
bro,
o a la persona en el supermercado ni le decimos de Cristo.
Yeah.
¿Tú quieres que Dios haga un milagro? ¿Para que Dios va a abrir el mar si tú no vas a decir nada?
Va solo. It's like, what?
Okay. Right? You know what I mean? So, if we're not going to do our part,
yeah,
then don't complain that you're not seeing the glory of God manifested.
Yeah.
Right? And it's something that we need to go back and is our roots. The Bible is what? The Bible is a living testimony, a living word of the historical events.
Oh, yeah.
That God took his people and moved. And you see tons of miracles. And those things still happen today. They're still available today.
He doesn't change.
Right.
So,
right.
I mean, it is...
Ni posteamos de lo que Dios hace. Posteamos de cuánta vaina hay, cuánta cosa hay.
Yeah.
You know? I love comical sound bites from our president, but posteamos más de lo político que del evangelio. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And so where are we as a church in the sense of discipleship, mentoring, the day-to-day y creando líderes, right? I sent you something the other day that hit me from John Maxwell, pastor, autor, teólogo. And he says something. He says, insecure leaders don't develop people. They replace them.
Yeah.
And so instead of passing on, like what we were talking about last week, passing on that knowledge, that example, that testimony, lifestyle, if you don't suit my need and you're not what I want you to be, I'm not going to develop you.
You see?
I'll just change you out.
Yeah.
Like, like the socks. Just.
I mean, yeah, hey.
It's a new day tomorrow. I didn't. Nah.
Yeah. He didn't like it. Let me change him.
You guys stink to me, so, right? and it's sad because it might be who God called you to impart in.
Yeah.
But you've made it about yourself. And so since you made it about yourself, they don't suit your needs or your wants or your desires.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, we're not called to create clones of ourselves.
No, I mean, no.
When Pablo said, be imitators of me as I am of Christ, he didn't say that to be like, yo, dress just like me, sea calvo como yo, ponte lo mismo lente que yo, the corduroy shorts como yo, right? That wasn't what he was talking about. What he was saying was tu comportamiento, tu ejemplo.
Yeah.
Tu santidad, tu vida espiritual.
Yeah, the same way that I'm living my life, with Christ, the same way that I'm seeking him and living my life towards him, that's how you have to do it.
And a lot of people don't have that guidance.
I mean, it sucks, dude, and I feel like it sucks.
Oh, sucks.
Yeah. It's related to that, like the fear of, like losing what, like, quote unquote, title. You know what I'm saying? Like in position and somehow
or somebody fearing that somebody's going to replace them.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
like
just
Saul with David.
And it's like
when they were like, oh, Saúl mató a su mile y David su 10,000. Saúl se picó. He got salty.
Exactly. And it's just like at the end of the day, it's like as ministers, as leaders, we and I feel like in any aspect of our lives, we have to understand that. Like it's just like, first of all, I didn't call myself. We didn't call, ourselves. That position, it was given by God.
Myself.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
my name.
Joey.
I'm Joey.
and Gio.
And I didn't give myself my name. The Lord gave it to me. Well, not Joey, but
you know what I'm saying? So it's like we take so much ownership in ministry that it's just like, and I feel like that's what happened. It's like the fear of losing that.
Shameless plug.
It's like
mine.
Yeah.
Mine.
And it's just like, oh, if I teach you that, if I help you walk straight, then you probably become like taller than I am. and then people are gonna look at you instead of me.
A lot of that happens. Oh, I've been in places where people have come to me and be like, "You're the pastor," or people have gone on the altar and they'll be like, "Oh, Pastor Joey," and I'm like, "No, bro." And I've seen people literally like cringe,
get upset and stuff like that.
And they were the ones that were in leader, and I'm like, dude, like I'm not trying to, like I didn't ask for that,
right?
To be called that, or for people to confuse me for.
For you,
different topic for another day, but
right?
You know what I mean? Like, dude, like I'm just here serving, bro. Like I'm here to back your vision and your mission. Yeah, I'm not here to outshine
take it away from you. Oh, man, crazy, man. I don't know. It's funny though because I feel like we both been on that in one point of our lives. Yeah. Like, you know, like that we were used.
Oh yeah.
To actually like, you know, complete that.
Yeah.
You know, that missing piece on somebody else's vision.
Right.
And then once I was done, it's just like,
right.
Peace.
Yeah.
And it's just like, man, at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, it pushes us off like to like grow more. Yeah, we learn, you know, we grew and stuff like that. But I don't know, like for me, it's crucial in a church, you know, practice that.
Oh, yeah.
You know, discipleship, mentorship, you know what I'm saying? Not to the extreme point that it's just like it becomes a competition, like, oh, you know, I have this many disciples, you know, and things like that.
I have 7 certificates.
Yeah, like on that's ridiculous, you know what I'm saying? And I've seen those places and stuff like that. And it's just like it's not biblical, it's not Christian, you know what I'm saying? It's not Jesus.
Right.
But I do believe, you know, like you have to pour out what God has given to you into somebody else.
Yeah.
You know, you have to see like the fruit, you know, like plant the seed, see the fruit in somebody else. Well, I think we were talking about this, right? Yeah, we were talking about this on the phone about one of our mutual friends that it's just we've been just example.
Yeah.
You know, we have shared with him, like we have gone out, we went to the shooting range, we have, you know, been in their house, he starts being in our house. And he's going to church.
Yep.
And it's just by example.
Yep.
Nothing is being forced. Right. Nothing is being like, you know what I'm saying? Like we're not paying him to go, you know, to like fill up the church or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's just by example.
Yeah.
It's just, and he's part of mentor, and he's technically we not, you know what I'm saying? Like you're not mentoring him. No. Like, oh yeah, you know, now we're going to do this. Right. It's just by example.
Yeah.
And he's just and technically and on that way I feel like that's I don't even know how to call that like an external type of mentor that is just like I didn't ask you to mentor me, you're not mentoring me directly,
right?
But because I look up to you and I follow you, I see how you behave, I see how you talk, I mimic that.
Right. Yeah, it's like a byproduct of just the lifestyle that we've chosen to carry out.
Yeah.
And sometimes you don't see it directly, but other times, like this case, you see it.
Oh, yeah.
And the people where they're vocal about it, they express it, they seek it out. You know what I mean? But there's other people that they're looking at you and, you know what I mean? They're following your example without you even knowing it.
Exactly. I was going to say that,
They may not know how to express it. They may not approach you because they don't know what that is. You know what I mean? But I think many firm, strong believers that are grounded, right, and who they are and what God has called them to be, I believe you will always get that, whether you know it or not. You know, you always get that person that's trying to follow your example. So it's good stuff, man.
Yeah, it's good, man.
It's good. Yeah. It's your protein? Your protein drink?
Yeah. Man, no, it's sweet tea, but it's super sweet, though.
Yeah.
Me pasé de azúcar.
Sweetazo.
Es sweetazo.
Relajando family, thank you so much for tuning in.
Yes.
I mean, bro, I'm telling you, there's so much content that we can.
Oh, no, on this one we can keep going like every week, right. And but no,
el
just
mentoreo.
El mentoreo.
El mentoreo.
No, but let's keep it there because I don't want to get like people tired about it.
No.
You know, but
we'll have a guest soon.
Yeah.
We'll have a couple guests soon.
Yeah, but if you need mentorship and stuff like that, you know, just put it down below in the comment.
Yeah, and just my advice is rock the socks.
Yeah.
Right.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, whoa.
Follow my example. Hello, family. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to interact. We
Interact.
love you. Comment, like, share, and see you next time.